right, this may hurt. It may hurt, but I'm going to give it to you straight. It's definitely what you need. All right, happy Friday. Thank you, lovelies, for tuning in. My name is Shalia Johnson. I am a self-love and self-care for women now YouTuber. I just started my channel last Thursday on December 3rd. I'm also a freelance writer where I specialize in mental health, personal development, and holistic health and wellness. And so on this channel, we're all about just that. If you are trying to really step into your goddess energy and your queen vibes as a woman, you're in the right place. So definitely like, subscribe, and get notifications because I am doing Vlogmas. I'm doing a video every day in December. Well, I started on the 3rd. And I really like this daily vlogging thing, so I might keep it up as much as I can after December. But for this month, we're just gonna keep rolling right with it. If you definitely be on that journey of self-love, self-care, definitely make sure you leave me a comment and share with your homegirls. Like let's all elevate. Let's all as a collective glow up. So today we're gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna put you in the hot seat. I'm gonna ask you some questions that will really help you be very honest with yourself. I think the end of the year, not that I'm a person that really believes in New Year's resolutions and all that, but I think the end of the year is a good time to ask ourselves some really deep reflective questions, to really kind of sit with ourselves and be honest and say, am I where I want to be with my life and in my journey as an empowered woman? So on that note, I'm going to ask you some questions. I try to keep these videos now about 12 minutes. I was going for 10 at first, but that ain't gonna work. 10 minutes is not long enough. So I still am gonna jump right into it. I'm going to ask you 8 questions. I've got them written down. I'm gonna ask you 8 questions that will help you decide if you really do love yourself. So you wanna go ahead, pause, hit the pause button, grab a pen, pencil, and some paper, or get your notes app ready and write these questions down. You can either write them or do them as I'm saying them and going along with me here, just keep pausing. Or I would recommend definitely hear me out, get all the questions out, and then after this or sometime this weekend or whenever you watch this, have a few minutes or maybe a good hour or 30 minutes to yourself and really answer these questions honestly. So let's get this party started. I've got them written down and I want you to really be as honest as possible. So here goes. The number one question that I have to help you decide or really be honest with yourself in, are you really loving yourself? Do you really have self-love deep within you? So the number one question I have is, are you attracting toxic relationships and experiences? Are you consistently attracting men that treat you like trash? Are you consistently in friendships where it's imbalance? They're not respecting you. They don't value your time. Are you constantly even having bad bosses? Bosses or jobs where you don't feel seen, you don't feel respected, you don't feel like you have a voice or any type of autonomy. This is something you will need to look at within yourself about your self-love if you are consistently attracting these types of experiences. Number 2, do you have a hard time setting and enforcing boundaries? Are you a person that when you want to say no, but you don't, or you want to say yes to something, but you don't, or if you do, you might back off, or you might say, well, only if it works for you, or only if you want to, but, and you're just kind of passive about your boundaries. That's something you need to ask yourself. Do you have a hard time setting and enforcing boundaries? 3, do you live in the past or the future way more than you live in the present? The best way to really connect to yourself, and it really fosters a deep sense of self and love and gratitude, is to be present more. And it's honestly something I need to work on. I live in the past a lot. So this is one of my self-love deficits. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. This is something that I need to work on. I tend to live in the past. And I'm getting better where I don't ruminate on things that went wrong, but I still live in the past way too much. So us queens and goddesses, we got to get this together. 4, this is the biggie. Are you emotionally unavailable? And be honest. Just be honest. Are you emotionally unavailable? Are you a person that really can't be vulnerable with other people? Do you struggle with being transparent? Are you not able to communicate your emotions? Are you afraid of being close to people? Are you afraid of being hurt? Those are signs that you are emotionally unavailable. And I think a lot of women are like, man, I have this guy. He just is like a boy and I just don't get it. But then you dig deeper and you talk to the woman and she's like, but I'm afraid of being hurt. Well, that's a form of emotional availability. And so you've attracted a guy that's also emotionally unavailable. If you're afraid of getting hurt, you're going to attract someone that's going to hurt you. Okay, 5. Do you struggle to complete goals, big or small? I struggle to complete major goals. So once again, that's another one of my self-love deficits. I will get overwhelmed. I'll get intimidated by a big goal. And I will find myself hitting that pause button and be like, oh, I'm going to get back to it next month or next year or whenever the time is right. And that's why I started this YouTube channel. I had to say, I got to stop making excuses. I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel and I would get overwhelmed and intimidated by it. And finally I said, you know what, I just have to do it. And I'm going to do Vlogmas on top of that. I'm going to do a video every single day. This is a way I'm pouring into myself and loving myself through a major challenge, right? 6. Do you rarely or never make self-care a priority? Keep it real. Do you make self-care a priority? Granted, you're watching this video, so give yourself some credit, some points. This is an act of self-care if you're watching this video. And 7, do you struggle to say I love you to others? This is something I think is overlooked. If you struggle to say I love you to others, that means more likely you're not saying I love you to yourself enough. If you're not saying I love you to yourself enough, and you're not saying I love you to other people, how in the hell do you think other people are going to love you fully? How do you think people are going to fully see you? If you struggle to say those 3 powerful but simple and sweet words to others, let alone yourself. And last but not least, 8, do you consistently put yourself down? Do you have negative self-talk all day, every day? And girl, you have got to cut that out. I've never really struggled with that too much. I've actually been a pretty confident person in many ways. I've never been I make jokes about well, I guess that is a form of negative self-talk when I say, oh, I wish I had, better skin, or, I wish I had, a little bit more of a booty, or, man, I wish that I don't know, was a better photographer. I guess we all have criticisms of ourselves, but negative self-talk, if it's incessant, if it's really toxic, if you're saying, I hate myself, I'm so stupid, no one's ever gonna love me, no one's never gonna care about me, I'm never gonna get that job, or, no one never is gonna give me the time of day, or, I can't believe that anyone would even, want to date me, or, whatever. If it's putting yourself front and center of pain and self-betrayal and self-abandonment, that is something you need to work on. That's a self-love deficit, sweetheart. So I just want to ask those questions. My video is short and sweet today. Tomorrow we'll dive a little bit more into how can you fix this? How can you pour more love into yourself? This past week was all about healing from broken friendships, because I don't think we talk about that enough, so definitely go back and watch those videos. But now we're moving into love of self. Love of self. It's such a beautiful thing. It will change your life. When women start really stepping into their power and loving themselves unconditionally, your whole life changes. Your whole life changes. I know in one short year, I started loving myself enough to where my whole life changed. My whole life changed. Don't mean that I don't have troubles or challenges. There's several things that I need to improve. There's several goals that I'm trying to even hit at the end of 2020, but this year's been trash, so we need to all be gentle on ourselves and give ourselves grace, because this has been an unprecedented year. No one saw 2020 coming, so be gentle with yourself. But anyways, that's what I got. Thank you for watching. Let me know if these questions are helpful, and if you're gonna really sit with yourself and answer these questions. Please like, subscribe, comment. Like I said, let me know how you're feeling about these questions. I love you bunches.